the woman which thou sawest in that great city.
And that woman sitting on that scarlet beast in that great city is what?
Which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
And she reigns over all the kings of the earth. So what country reigns over all the kings of the earth? Who might that be? Huh? What country reigns over all the other kings of the earth? Yeah. You tell me. I'm asking.
I'm not in the debate.
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
We got the word. We got the truth. We got the facts. We got everything. What country is that?
According to history, archaeology, right, and the news, it would appear to be America. It would appear to be America because they got a garrison in every country, right? And they have.
But no debate. But America's corrupted.
I know.
I'm learning right now.
Let me get Job 9 and 24.
Okay,
I'm not attacking you. I'm speaking loud so people can hear me.
Okay.
I'm not attacking you. I'm sorry. Excuse me ahead of time.
You're not attacking me. Just give me facts.
I am. I'm about to right now.
Okay.
I'm about to right now. We're about to actually go into this article. Real quick.
America's corrupt.
America's very corrupt. But this is what the Bible says about this corrupt nation. Right? And mankind.
What nation?
Well, hold on.
What nation?
Wait, hold on.
We still on America, right?
Right, we still on America.
There ain't debate.
Still on America.
No debate.
It's not a debate.
Okay.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right?
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
So, hold on. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Right? Since Noah came off the boat, it's been pretty much wicked nations ruling the earth. There was only one time in history that the earth was reigned in righteousness. That was the time of David and the time of Solomon. That was it. After Solomon died, God allowed the kingdom to be split in two, and the wicked reigned ever since then. So who came after Solomon? Right? The Babylonian, Assyrian Empire. Were they not wicked?
Yeah, they were.
Read that again. Read that again.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Right?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The Assyrians put hooks in our jaws. Put chains on those hooks, tied them to chariots, and let our people wait slaves.
Right.
Hooks. Big metal hooks in the jaw. That's what the Assyrians did.
Like this, right? I'm with you. I'm with you. We
right.
Like this. Go ahead now.
Who reigned after the Assyrians? The Babylonians. Read that.
Right.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
After the Babylonians, who reigned? Persians and Medes. After Persians and Medes, who reigned? The Greeks. After give me Maccabees chapter. Give me Maccabees chapter 1. Right? The wicked have been ruling on the earth, right, all the way up until now. America is wicked. You're walking on stolen land, stolen property, people's bones, children. You raped, robbed, and murdered, and didn't give a damn about. To this very day.
We're on the same page, right? We're on the same page.
Yeah, get that.
Like I said from the beginning, I ain't gonna say nothing. We're still in agreement with y'all, right?
Come on.
Give me facts. Come on, keep it
Come
coming.
on, we keeping it coming. You ever heard of Alexander the Great?
I heard of it, but who's he?
Right, he's a white man. He was a so-called white man.
Right.
But if you go to any museum, the white man hold him up as a champion. Right? He was the first. Yeah, well, he was their champion. He was the first white man to conquer the earth.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. Who was before Alexander the Great?
Our brothers and sisters.
No, I said white, so-called white man.
Okay, white man.
We're not white. They're not white. They're red. But I said so-called.
Oh, that's one of them.
They were the.
Don't lie. I can't talk about no lie. Let's not talk
Right.
about lie. Let's talk about facts.
He was the first white man to conquer the known world. Right?
He wasn't.
Let's read it. Let's read it.
You said he was the first to conquer the world?
The known world.
But it was
The civilized world.
Hold on. It was people before him that known the world. That was books that was covered.
He was the first white man. Not the first man.
Okay.
He was a so-called white man. Yeah, we ruled the earth all the way up until the time, like the Persians and the Medes were brown. The Babylonians were brown.
Yeah, they were.
The Assyrians were brown.
Mhm.
Right? David and his son, those were brown men. Right? Before them, Egypt was brown.
Right.
Right? All the way up into the Greeks, which
Right.
which I like to call the freaks. Read that.
The book of Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it happened.
And it happened.
After that Alexander, son of Philip,
Real quick, if you go to the prophecy of this, it's in Daniel. The book of Daniel, chapter, I believe, 8. And the angel is prophesying to Daniel about what we're about to read. That there would be a so-called Edomite, white man, whatever, that would spring up from the earth and he would be great and mighty. And he would subdue all the kingdoms. Right? That's Alexander. It happened in history. Read it. Start over again. This was the angel prophesied, and then we're reading about the prophecy coming true. So when people say the Bible isn't real, then you would have to throw out all human history, because the Bible talks about it. It talks about big events in history. So you have to throw all that out
Before it happened.
before it happened. Right? This is the prophecy. This is the actual manifestation of that prophecy. We can get the prophecy. I think it's 8, Daniel 8. I could be wrong. But go ahead, bring that out.
and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the
Who?
Macedonian.
Who?
Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian.
That's a real ancient character in history, not just in this Bible. Go ahead.
Who came out of the land of Chetan,
He came out of Chittim. Go ahead.
had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
Has smitten who?
Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
So Alexander defeated the Persians and the Medes.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Here's a historic book. This is Michael Grant from Alexander to Cleopatra. Right? Michael Grant is a great artificer and a history buff and a researcher. He's one of the top scholars in the earth. Right? This is a book about Alexander.
Can I come out?
The first title is The Greek World Transformed. Alexander the
Great.
first into the great.
Third.
So to the third. So we know he was a character who existed in history, and these are the lands he conquered.
You got that part?
Right? All on the other side of the earth. There was no mention of America. Right? Well, actually, we came over here, but people still didn't know there was an America. Right? Nobody really lived over here on this side. I'm talking about Canada, America, South America.
Gotcha.
Everybody was over there in the middle, so-called, they call it Middle East area. Right? The Levant area. That's where
Levant.
Africa, Europe, Asia
With
Minor.
That's the division part, right? That's somebody coming down south, not northern, but south, right?
I mean, yeah, those people migrated, but they were, the human race that Alexander conquered was mainly over that side of the earth. He didn't
That's
conquer
the
people
northern.
over here.
This way, northern is this way. This is about southern towards Africa, right?
No, I'm talking about just on that whole eastern side.
Okay.
Not just Africa. The whole east side of the earth.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. You're not gonna, okay.
So go ahead, read that.
Okay.
Finish reading that.
That he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
The first over Greece. He was the first ruler over Greece. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And made many wars.
And did what?
Made many wars.
Because he was a warlord. Go ahead.
And won many strongholds.
And won many strongholds. Go ahead.
And slew the kings of the earth.
And slew who?
The kings of the earth.
Right, just like America does today. If you don't want to be down with America, we're going to put drugs in your country, and we're going to rape and rob you and take your damn resources until you have nothing.
From day one, from my ancestors.
Right? That's the American way.
From the way they did our ancestors.
But nobody wants to hear that. Right? They write it in their history, I recite it, and they have a problem.
Because it's facts.
Because it's facts and it's true. Read.
Verse 3. And went through to the ends of the earth.
And did what?
And went through to the ends of the earth.
Go ahead.
And took spoils of many nations.
And that's what America does. Look at that. They go through all the earth and take spoils of many nations. And we got to argue with our people and our women and our children to forget about America. And they tell us, get the hell off the corner preaching that damn Bible. Right? Because our people love this place. right? It allows them to be the biggest whores, right? Have the biggest imaginations, be the wickedest people who ever lived. That's why this place is going to go out in a blaze of fire. Go ahead.
Insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
That's how much killing, robbing, raping, and assaulting he was doing. The earth was quiet before him.
Before.
Go ahead. That means
before.
right before him, meaning as not before, meaning as when he would come to your land, nobody would buck up. They would just surrender. Go ahead.
Whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up.
That he was a proud demon. Like America is today, they're proud devils. I'm only keep mentioning America because this is their ancient ancestors. This is where they got all the killing, robbing, raping, polluting, taking over people's land. They got it from him. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
And he ruled over pretty much everything. Right? He had garrisons in all the countries. He ruled strong. But let's find out what happened. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth.
Now, you ever heard of the paper bull? I'm kind of going to jump this subject real quick because we've been out here for a minute. But I kind of want to get to the point of America being that wicked kingdom.
I ain't not get to the point. I already know it. This is the word wicked in America.
Now, let's see what the Vatican says. Vatican formally rejects doctrine of discovery after indigenous calls. Right? After indigenous calls, right? They were calling for it in the Indian.
Right.
Do you know what that is, King?
What's that, Mike?
Do you know what the doctrine of discovery is?
What is it?
All right. In 1493, you ever heard of 1492? Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah.
He came over here. What did he do? He chopped off hands and limbs of the natives that wasn't bringing him gold. Right? After he tried to befriend them, he tortured them, right, for gold. Right? That gave the inclination of the man who gave him the money to buy the ships to go over here and find gold. That gave the Spanish rulers the inclination to write the Pope and ask the Pope permission to go on this side of the earth, and whatever they find, they get to keep, and they get to be the king of and the ruler of. Right? So when they wrote the Pope, when the king wrote the Pope, Pope Francis VI of Rome, who was this demon's father, right? The guy that they went around the earth with and said, if you don't worship this white Christ, we're going to kill you and burn you at the stake. Did they not do that? Did not the Catholic Church go around to every... You can verify this, Mr. White Man. Did not you guys go around the earth robbing, raping everyone? America. Sure. Well, he won't say it. He won't say it, but he wants to say it. He wants to say it.
He just said it from the beginning.
He didn't say yes. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. That's not a simple man. He knew exactly what he was saying. He didn't agree to nothing. He walked by and said, "America."
That's it.
That doesn't mean yes or no.
We spoke about that before you came up here.
Right.
We spoke about that in the beginning.
Right.
Based upon what we talking about.
But you see how slick the serpent is? He won't say yes. He won't say no. He just said America. So now if it's ball season, what trouble? What trouble he gonna get in? What his family gonna say? You didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I just said America. I didn't engage those black guys. He's not gonna call us that when he's with his friends. Right, we're gonna be all types of niggas when he talks to his friends about what happened. Right? Let me get back to that. Read that. Start
This is real. I'm loving it.
this first verse.
I always wanted to really hear what you
Listen to what they did to us and why I keep screaming at them as they walk by. This is why. Listen.
This is an article from PBS on the Vatican City by the Associated Press.
Now, real quick, this article is redacting the doctrine of discovery. Right? They're trying to say we were wrong, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. We shouldn't allow our white family members to go around the earth robbing, raping, and killing you. We were wrong for that. But we're not going to give you no money. You're not going to get no education out of it. You're not going to get, you barely got an apology. and you accept it. The white man says he's sorry, all's forgiven. Read that.
The Vatican on Thursday responded to indigenous demands and formally repudiated the doctrine of discovery.
They formally repudiated the doctrine of discovery, right? After 500 years, from 1493, it was indoctrinated, right? All the way up to, when was that article written? This year.
March 30th, 2023.
This is 2023. We weren't even slaves. They could have been got rid of it. But guess what happened when Trump was elected? Did they not take native land?
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't redacted. Did they not tell the natives, get the hell out of here, we running this pipeline through here? Did that not happen? Did we not watch that on NBC, ABC, CNN? Goddamn BBC?
Right.
But everybody forgets. Here's Gad again on his horse, telling the white man, don't take my land.
They did.
Don't run the pipeline through. They did it any damn way.
The second time. The first
Right?
time they took it.
But we're the racists. We're racists. No, we hate wickedness. Right? We hate injustice. America loves wickedness and injustice. Right? Look how they got our men. Following behind a crowd of them. Look how they got us.
Look how they got it. Prime example, right there.
Femme fatale.
Look, I'm not judging, but we shit. It just
Right.
all passed, right?
No threat.
All passed,
Right, no threat. We're not a threat.
This color.
Right. Bring that out, Ken.
The doctrine of discovery, the theories backed by 15th century papal bulls
The 15th century papal bull, the doctrine of discovery. Listen to this. Go ahead.
that legitimized
That what? Go ahead.
the colonial era seizure of native land.
That legitimized the colonial era seizure of native land that you're walking on right now.
That you stole.
That you stole.
Right.
Go ahead.
And formed the basis of some property laws today.
And did what?
And formed the basis of some property laws today.
Let me go down where it says America.
They throwing it in your face, though. They throwing it in your face now.
Start here.
They throwing it in your face now.
Right. We're going to read this last little paragraph right
Go
here.
ahead.
It said it was a right to recognize these errors, acknowledge the terrible effects of colonial era assimilation policies.
So why are y'all still here? The Catholic Church redacted the Articles of Discovery. Or at least they said they did. Why are white people still walking around the continental USA when it's a fact you stole it?
Right.
Go ahead.
Indigenous peoples and asked for their forgiveness.
Go ahead.
The statement was a response to decades of
To how many?
decades
Go ahead.
of indigenous demands for the Vatican to formally rescind the papal bull that provided the Portuguese and Spanish kingdoms the religious backing to expand their territories in Africa and the Americas for the sake of spreading Christianity.
For the sake of what?
Spreading Christianity.
So they beat it into us.
Yeah.
They beat it into us. Our religion. That's why a lot of brothers are starting to wake up today and they don't want to go to church. Because they know it's indoctrinated them. It's castrated them spiritually. They got to be a docile man. They got to listen to their woman. Right? You can't buck up against our woman because the woman will call the police and they'll get your ass out that house. Right? We don't have no protection. We are the threat. Right? We're the most emulated, and threatening character on the face of the earth. No, he's talking about the black man. Right? Shalom, King. How you doing, brother? Hey, Shalom, King. Keep going on that article, King.
Those decrees underpin the doctrine of discovery, a legal concept coined in an 1823 U.S. Supreme Court decision that has come to be understood as meaning that ownership and sovereignty over land passed to Europeans because they discovered it.
Read that again? This is 18 what?
The doctrine of discovery, a legal concept coined in an 1823 U.S. Supreme Court decision.
Who coined it?
The U.S. Supreme Court.
Who coined it?
The U.S. Supreme Court.
Devils. So don't get mad at us when I call them devils.
Right.
You are devils.
Facts.
And God does well when he deals with devils. Right? That's when he shows his great power on the earth. When it's time to wipe up some devils.
Right.
Go ahead.
The Supreme Court decision that has come to be understood
Read up, King. I want everybody to hear this.
as meaning that ownership and sovereignty over land passed to Europeans,
Pastor who?
passed to Europeans,
Pastor who?
passed to Europeans
For what? Go ahead.
because they discovered it.
Because they did what?
They discovered it.
So all this land is yours because you discovered it.
It wasn't yours. You discovered this land. It ain't yours.
Give me a break.
Am I
Give me an entire Snickers break.
Right.
Keep going, King.
It was cited recently as a 2005 Supreme Court decision involving the Oneida Indian Nation, written by the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
So one thing Ruth Bader Ginsburg did, something good, right? You didn't push them off that native land, though. Go ahead.
During Pope Francis's 2022 visit to Canada, where he apologized to indigenous people.
Oh, he apologized. Right? The Pope apologized to indigenous people for what?
For the residential school system that forcibly removed Native children from their homes.
So America, I want all you white people to know, it wasn't enough to kill the Native Americans. You tortured them and your school systems.
Right.
Raping little girls and little boys for 30 years. So they can be good little Indians. Right?
Right.
Go ahead. And I ain't got no pity for none of y'all who thinks I'm talking rash. Right? If my king was out here, that would be your ass.
Right.
It wouldn't be no talk.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Pope Francis apologized to the indigenous people for the residential school system that forcibly removed Native children from their homes.
Right? Just like you did a couple years ago when Trump was president. Right? You took them away from their parents. Locked them in cages. Go ahead.
He was met with demands for a formal repudiation of the papal bull.
He was met with demands by Native Americans for a formal reparation of that papal bull that said y'all can take America and y'all can steal the land. It was all legal like that. Right? Go ahead.
Two
indigenous women unfurled a banner at the altar of the National Shrine of St. Anne de Beaupré.
What did the banner say? Go ahead.
On July 29th that read, rescind the doctrine.
Do what?
Rescind the doctrine.
Rescind that paper bull.
Hold on. Excuse me. July the what? The 29th, right?
Right?
July the 29th.
This month, right? Speaking facts. That happened on that day, right?
Right.
This is 2005. This is the year 2005. Go ahead.
2022.
Oh, 2022, Salaki, last year. This happened last year. Go ahead.
Come on.
In bright red and black letters. Before that, Michelle Shenandoah of the Oneida Nation had called for the Vatican to rescind the papal bull when she delivered the closing remarks of the First Nation delegation that met with Francis during a week-long visit last year by Native groups from Canada.
Go ahead.
On Thursday, she called the Vatican statement another step in the right direction.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
But noted that it didn't mention the rescinding of the bulls themselves.
But noted what?
It didn't mention the rescinding of the bulls themselves.
So you saying that they still, the town rule is still in place?
Still in effect. Still in effect.
That's crazy.
That's why they
They
have to keep it in effect, or we can legally kill them for being on our land.
Right.
They have to keep it in effect.
I ain't know that was a sense.
Right? Because then they would be criminals. Right? And they would have to pay for all the blood, rape, robbery, murder. Legally.
From the beginning, right, my brother?
Since they got here.
Come on, keep it coming.
It'd be open season on the white man, and that day is coming. Oh, mark my words. The Bible talks about that day. There will be open season. Right?
Right.
Right.
We're going to break them in pieces.
That's right. Bring it out, King.
Let me not get that, because I get that in Jeremiah 6. Let me get, that's it on that. Let me get Jeremiah 30, starting at verse 10.
Yeah, me.
I think it's verse 10. Let me make sure I got it. And it's a lot of the elders and screaming. I'm trying to get all these white people to hear what they did. What they did.
When I go to bus,
Jeremiah chapter 30 and 11. We're going to close on that. Now I got like... I'm sorry. Yeah, well, yeah. I got you. But I don't like getting in my car and then running. Like, I like to take a little hour, you know what I mean? Get my head together, relax, chill. Go ahead.
30 and 11.
30 and 11.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 11.
Parents, y'all should teach your kids about the paper bull, the doctrine of discovery. Because they don't teach it to them in schools. Right? Y'all know what the paper bull is, Mr. White Man? Y'all don't know what the doctrine of discovery it is? Go ahead.
For I am with thee, saith the Lord.
God said what?
For I am with thee, saith the Lord.
Listen to this real quick. Just one verse. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord.
Right.
To save thee.
To do what?
To save thee.
Right.
Though I will make a full end of all nations.
God will make a full end of a nation if they mess around. But go ahead.
I will make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. Yet will I not make a full end of thee.
You hear that, black man? God said he's not going to make a full end of you. Even though y'all shoot the crap out of each other, right? And the white man gun us down, he'll never make a full end of us. Go ahead.
But I will correct thee.
But I will what?
But I will correct thee.
Go ahead.
In measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
So he's going to correct us in measure, means righteousness.
Right.
You do this, I'm going to have this set up for you. It's not going to be too over what you did, and it ain't going to be under. It's going to be just right and fit. Right? But we don't like fit. Go ahead.
Verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous.
We just read about that incurable and grievous bruise. That damn paper bull that says the white man can go all over the world and take what he wants. Go ahead.
There is none to plead thy cause.
There's nobody pleading our causes. We don't have representation in the UN. Nobody around the world gives a damn about the black man's plight unless he's a goddamn fat or a tramp. Go ahead, Salaki.
There is none to plead thy cause.
There's nobody to plead our causes. Go ahead.
That thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine.
And nobody healed us. You raped, robbed, destroyed us. You got our women out here looking crazy. The young men out here looking crazy. Selling drugs, killing the shit out of each other. And they learned that from you. They learned that from you, Mr. White Man. They learned that from you, Mr. White Woman. Put them niggas against each other. And we'll separate and conquer. Go ahead, King. There's nobody that wants to heal our wounds. Go ahead.
Verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Oh, what?
All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Right. All you black people that want to get with all these different races. Those are your lovers. Right? God said you are above all people.
Right.
There's no one like you.
That's right.
We're the highest jumpers, fastest runners, best inventors. Best inventors, highest jumper. We're above. We're above. That's right, King. Bring that out.
All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Right.
They seek thee not.
They don't follow after us, even though they emulate us and imitate us.
Yes, they do.
Right? And want to be with us. They don't follow our ways. Right? They're not going to come to us for wisdom and understanding. The white man, the Chinese man, Japanese, East Indians think niggas are dumb. Right? We're the dummies, right? Because we didn't go to Harvard or Yale or Brown. Right? We didn't brown nose to the white man. Right? So we're the dummies. Go ahead.
I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
He wounded us with the wounds of our enemies. Go ahead.
With the chastisement of a cruel one.
With the chastisement of these cruel ones. It's cruel to hold a woman down and gang rape her. It's cruel to hold a woman down and take her baby and use it for alligator bait. It's cruel to cut a damn woman open with no anesthesia and say, well, I'm just trying to make this pap smear device. That's cruel. Go ahead.
For the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Because we kept sinning and sinning. Number one sin we kept doing is not loving our brothers. Not loving our nation. Right? Not loving our children. Right? Give me Deuteronomy chapter, what I want, 4 and 10. For this is wise and good. They'll say that you are wise and great. So I'm going to close out on this. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's 4 and 6. 4 and 6. No. Read the verse before.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 3. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. And all the men that followed Baal Peor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you.
And all the guys that followed, read up. Is it with you on verse 3? Right? When we go after other gods, other nations of people want to be like them, God ain't messing with us. Go ahead.
Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
You're alive. If you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, God doesn't look at you as a dead body stumbling around America. Okay. You're alive in his eyes. Right? You're worth something. He can use you. Right. Go ahead.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Go ahead.
Keep therefore.
Do what?
And keep therefore.
Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Therefore. Why? Let's go.
And do them.
And do them. Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is our wisdom and our understanding. Go ahead.
In the sight of the nations.
In the sight of who?
In the sight of the nations.
In the sight of the nations. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say.
And what shall they say?
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
No, they're going to call us idiots.
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
I'm shooting from the hip.
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Now let me check. I am shooting from the hip. Let me get Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 21. Right? Because we're supposed to walk in a way that nobody else in the earth is walking. Right? We're not supposed to take the poison of America. Right? And just say, well, everybody else is doing it. Everybody else gets to go outside and go clubbing and go fishing for some damn abominable damn fish and eat crab, lobster, shrimp, swordfish, catfish, clams, mussels. Well, I gotta eat just fish with fins and scales. Because the Most High said so, damn it.
Right.
And that should be good enough for you. It's like whiny children. Your parents tell you don't go outside. No, I'll go outside. He don't know what he's talking about. Then you go outside, get kidnapped or shot. You wish you would have listened then. Right, Israel? We need guidance. Right? We need good leadership.
That's right.
Right? In our homes. Not just on the damn TV. Not just on the street corners. We need reproof. Right? So we can stop envying our oppressors. What you got? Let's go ahead. Bring it up.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind me saying,
And this is what we've been doing all day. Yeah, my man right there is fulfilling this prophecy right now. Go ahead.
this is the way, walk ye in it.
This is the way. You walking the wrong way, my man. You got to walk this way. Go ahead.
This is the way,
This
walk
is the way.
ye in it.
Walk ye in it. Go ahead.
When ye turn to the right hand,
When you turn to the right
and when ye turn to the left,
and when you turn to the left. Go ahead.
ye shall defile also the covering of the graven images of silver and the ornaments of molten images of gold.
And when you walk in this way, you defile Christmas. You defile Christmas, Easter, New Year's. Anything that goes against the Most High God and His Son is defiled in your eyes.
Right.
You don't want to have no parts with it. You don't want to have parts with people who have parts in that. I don't want no parts. Right? What did the ancient? What did the fighter say? That was fighting who's the guy? No Mas. Roberto Duran. No more. No more following after your wicked so-called foreparents. The white man has nothing to do with your foreparents. He is not the father of your nation.
Right.
He's a damn evil, wicked, disgusting bastard.
That's
Let
right.
me get second Habakkuk chapter 2. He's a gatter abroad and a drunk. All he's good for is discovering lands and saying, oh, since I discovered it, I get to live here now, and y'all gotta leave. And if you don't leave, I'm gonna kill you. Right? That's the white man and the white race. Go ahead, King. Start at 5.
Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
He's a what?
He is a proud man.
Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
And is as what?
And is as death.
Start that over again, King.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Neither what?
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keepeth at home. We just read that. And in Revelation 17, right? The whore that sits on all the different lands. Right? But this, hold on. I'm bringing something out. The scripture's coming out. Hold on, brothers. Bring that out.
He is a proud man.
He is a what?
He is a proud man.
Right? He loves his soul, man. America is number one. They're the best. Right? Proud to be an American. Give me a break. Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And I know the fire department not upset because y'all just fired somebody for breaking and entering in people's houses in D.C. So you better get that damn smug look off your face because we read up here.
Right.
Right? Y'all just fired somebody last year. That fire department hired a goddamn thief. Right? You go check it out in the local paper. If I had the damn article, we'd read it right now.
Right.
Get that goddamn smug look off your face.
That's right.